Remember when Rachel told us that she believed during the strikes in 23 and 24 in the delay of the movie that she should be paid for the rest of her life for every minute that somebody watches her in that costume on Disney Plus? Well, guess what, pumpkin? Ain't nobody watching you in that costume on Disney Plus. And at this point, ain't nobody going to turn that movie on ever again and watch you. So you know what? You're going to get paid exactly what you're worth and what people are watching you. Zero. Renegade Online. Going back to stupid here. Speaking of stupid, Rachel Zegler defending Snow White by pointing out that it hit #1 on streaming on Disney Plus. It's a very low bar. Again, the cope for these people is astonishing to me. When Rachel Zegler reflects on Snow White, oh, why would she at this point? Well, it was probably the biggest paycheck she's ever had in a movie, I'm sure by far. Completely undeserved. She really wants audiences to believe the film was a success on streaming, but it really wasn't. In a new interview this week with Glamour magazine, the actress leaned on one talking point in particular, that the movie hit the top spot on Disney Plus. It was the biggest midget in the room. It was the Peter Dinklage of midgets. I love that film. I've seen it a few times, and it was #1 on streaming on Disney Plus, so I know that it's celebrated. Let's see if she's right. Let's start with the claim that Snow White topping Disney Plus equals validation. Yes, it hit #1 on its home platform at launch, but curiosity clicks are guaranteed for brand new releases on their debut weekend, especially when controversy surrounds them, and this is true. You got to remember, one of the reasons that it would have premiered, and I haven't read through this whole article, so I don't even know what Marvin's going to say here, but I'm going to take a guess. When you have a movie like this, I mean, The Marvels on Disney Plus debuted at #1 on Disney Plus for movies when it came out because it was new. It was also because it looked like such shit that nobody bothered to go see it in the theater. Nobody wanted to waste $15, $16, $17 and 2.5, 3 hours of their time to go back and forth to a theater to sit through this if they were just one person. If they happened to have a couple of 3 and 4 and 5-year-olds in there, they didn't want to waste that money either. I told y'all when I went to go see Snow White in the theaters, because y'all made me go see it. Y'all want to send me $500? I'll go watch Predator Badlands, okay? It's like an OnlyFans here, right? You can't pay me to show my junk, but God, I will debase myself for money. No, I'm kidding. But here's the thing. I went to go see this in the theater, and I told y'all that night. I walked out of there, and I'm like, I'm at an evening performance. It's not late in the evening. It was like 4 in the afternoon. It was after school. Plenty of time for kids to get to the movie. Or it might have been 5 o'clock or something like that. But it wasn't night, but it was late afternoon. There was like 2 moms in there sitting behind me with collectively 3 little girls with them. And there were 2 or 3 other adults. And that was it. We were in the big theater, a PLF. They all, of course, they're going to watch. It went to #1 because nobody wanted to waste their time and money going to see this in the theater. It was too much of a risk. Their time and money weren't worth that risk because it looked like poo. So it hits Disney Plus, and little Billy and Susie are sitting there, especially little Susie and little Jenny, okay, or what, and they're watching Bluey. And Snow White pops up. They'll go watch it. Why? Because it's a digital babysitter. That's all Disney Plus is. It's just worthless cannon fodder. It's not financially helping Disney at all. But here's the reality check. Despite the narrative that Rachel Zegler was pushing, the real measurement of streaming success for Snow White comes from its Nielsen streaming rankings. And here's how it performed. And again, remember, things like Snow White are not going to pop up on Variety's Luminate charts because it's not a streaming original film, right? We have to go to Nielsen when you have things that don't originate on a streaming service. They're on the streaming service, but they didn't originate there. We have to wait for Nielsen numbers. And that includes a lot of the new releases on HBO Max, right? House of the Dragon, not going to really show up in the Illuminate chart because it's not an HBO Max original. It's an HBO original. In this case, this is not a Disney Plus original. It's a theatrical release that then released on Disney Plus. It hit number 5 on streaming movies June 9th to 15th, fell to number 6 the following week, and it was gone from the Nielsen charts after 2 weeks. It never entered the overall top 10 of Nielsen streaming charts. And the overall on Nielsen, and this is why Nielsen is useful, is because it includes both original content created for streaming and everything else that is on streaming, including library catalog content like reruns of The Office. Okay? So you really get a feel for where something genuinely is. Disney running out there saying that The Acolyte debuted at number 1 on Disney Plus. It's like, well, I mean, sure, they could put out 30 minutes of static and a monkey farting into the camera on a Friday night, and it's the only thing new on Disney. Of course it's going to get views. It's not comparable to Netflix in the least, not even remotely. And then, of course, we go into the budgetary issues of this and what Disney lost on it. So, this is the problem. Again, Rachel Zegler is still out there living in a fantasy land that, hey, this was success. Remember when Rachel told us that she believed during the strikes in 23 and 24 in the delay of the movie, that she believed that she should be paid for the rest of her life for every minute that somebody watches her in that costume on Disney Plus? Well, guess what, pumpkin? Ain't nobody watching you in that costume on Disney Plus. And at this point, ain't nobody going to turn that movie on ever again and watch you. So you know what? You're going to get paid exactly what you're worth and what people are watching you. 0. Nothing. How about that? Facts are stubborn things, and reality's a bitch. And so are you, Rachel. Ay, ay, ay. Good Lord. What do you want me to say? It is a goofy, goofy, goofy thing. Make sure you're subscribed to Valiant Renegade and join us every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern for the live show.